I love the colorful clothes she wears and the way the sunlight plays upon her hair. I hear the sound of a church.
Memory refers to our cognitive ability to mentally save newly acquired information and behaviors when we experience stimuli that grab our attention. Using the human memory model, we take a walk to the James River to illustrate how our stimuli enters the sensory register, proceeds through working memory, also known as short-term memory, and then if it grabs our attention, it is processed through the use of the central executive, which then manages the information to and from long-term memory, making connections with prior knowledge to create associations with the new information. Once the information is stored into long-term memory, it can be accessed again as memories and knowledge. Let's get started at the trailhead of Texas Beach and see what we come across on our hike.
Sensory memory is the first step in the human brain's information processing system. Human beings have 5 traditional senses: sight, hearing, taste, smell, and touch. Sensory memory allows the brain to retain brief interpretations of the constant flow of stimuli that are activated by these senses. Sensory memory is considered to be outside of cognitive control and can instead be viewed as an automatic process that is happening at all times. While sensory memory can be stored in the brain with vivid detail of sensory experiences, these memories are typically fleeting and only exist for a matter of 10 to 15 seconds. The role of sensory memory is to provide a detailed representation of our entire sensory experience, for which relevant pieces of information can be extracted by short-term memory and processed by working memory. Information from short-term memory can also be consolidated into long-term memory, where memories can last a lifetime. Walking along the James River provided a multitude of sensory memory experiences. Birds could be heard chirping everywhere, and the trees rustled in the wind. The river could be seen rushing and bubbling through the rocks. The air felt hot and sticky, and the rain soaked our shoes. All of this was sensory information that lasted only seconds, but contributed to our working and long-term memories of the river.
Paying attention to particular sensory input that stimulates one of the 5 senses can trigger our working memory.
The second stage of the human memory model is working memory. This is the part of your memory that does all of the work. It lasts for only a short instant when a person is actively using their cognitive processes. It pulls information from sensory input and from long-term memory to be used in that instant. Working memory helps you understand new concepts or scenarios, and helps you practice reasoning and guidance in your decision-making and behavior. Now in our scenario, I would use my working memory to navigate the route to Texas Beach trailhead. It would help me read and process signs, traffic, and directions. It would help me decide to park my car in a shady spot and help me remember where the trailhead was located. It would help me remember which paths to turn on or to read signs pointing me in the right direction. It would also help me navigate the obstacles of the trail, like being able to identify and avoid poison ivy or thorny brambles. And I would use my working memory to instantaneously focus on the beautiful sights, sounds, and other sensory inputs to enjoy my walk.
When we take an interest in stimuli, like rain on a hike or positive emotions with friends, it creates connections as in-depth processing from working memory to long-term memory. We use the newly formed short-term memories managed through the central executive to access prior knowledge, to file the new information as memories in our long-term memory, which can be accessed for a period of time as knowledge and/or memories.
Long-term memory is where we store our general knowledge, beliefs, and past experiences. Long-term memory depends on context. Certain events, sights, sounds, and smells prompt certain memories. For me, going to Texas Beach for the first time, I now have some new long-term memories associated with that trip. We got caught in the rain and got soaking wet. Thankfully, we had made a pit stop before heading down to the beach, bought some beer, which helped cope with the weather. Meaningful learning uses a storage process by elaborating, organizing, and utilizing visual imagery. Since I now have the memory of getting soaking wet, I will probably always associate Texas Beach with that experience until I have more exposure to that particular beach and trail.
The human memory model can be used practically when teachers grab students' attention with sensory stimuli, accessing prior knowledge and facilitating new content storage into students' long-term memory. We can do this by elaborating on past knowledge or organizing new information in a way that's similar to their existing knowledge. In the classroom, give students time to think and provide varied sensory examples. All students have unique past experiences, and different things trigger those memories. As teachers, we need to provide a platform to encourage long-term memory storage.
With
our powers combined, we are the Human Memory Model!